the red-spotted newt, Diamictolus viridescens. Like frogs, salamanders are amphibians, though they differ in many ways. The most striking difference is that they have tails, whereas frogs are tailless. In general, salamanders look more like lizards, though lizards are reptiles. Reptiles, such as lizards, snakes, turtles, and alligators, have scales and claws, both of which are missing in the salamanders. Most salamanders spend more of their life in water than frogs and reptiles do. One of the most widespread and most common kind of salamander in North America is the red-spotted newt. The newt grows to about 4 inches long. Both male and female are greenish-brown above with red spots along the sides. The underside is yellow. The tail is flattened from side to side. At the time of breeding, the male has a large tail fin. The adult newt spends all its time underwater. It prefers small ponds and ditches where there is plenty of vegetation. Here it crawls around on the bottom or among the plants, or it may swim slowly. It catches small insects, worms, mollusks, and other animals. And in early spring, the male starts courting the female. He lays a clump of sperm in front of the female, and she picks it up in her cloaca. The cloaca is the cavity that the intestines, urinary, and genital tracts open into in amphibious and several other animals. Here the sperm remains until the eggs are fertilized, and when the female starts laying the eggs, each one attaches itself to a leaf or stem growing in the water. Inside each egg, the young salamander grows for 4 to 5 weeks, then it breaks out. It looks very much like an adult newt, but it is a great deal smaller. On each side of the head are the gills with which it extracts oxygen from the water. For 3 to 4 months it spends all its time in the water eating other small animals and growing. It then changes into a red eft. The red eft looks very much like a lizard and spends all its time on land. Here it stays hidden under logs and stones in moist woods, and it lives on worms and insects. It is bright red in color. For 2 to 3 years the eft stays on land, and in winter it hibernates, well hidden in the moist ground. After 2 or 3 years it starts changing color. It becomes darker and gets to look more like an adult. It then returns to the water, and not until then is it ready to breed. Red-spotted newts can live to be more than 10 years old.